Hey, it's me, Maxine. Um, um, Today I'll be making a tutorial on how I animate in Alight motion. Um, Thanks to Bunny for requesting this to me, I guess. I'm not really that good at explaining things, so I'll try my best to. Sorry if I stutter. Okay, yeah, let's get on to this. Personally, I use Ibis Paint X, but this will work with any drawing program, except if that drawing program doesn't allow you to use folders. And if your drawing program doesn't allow you to use folders, what the heck? Yeah. First, you start with the sketch. I forgot to record the first part. I forgot to record the first part of me actually doing the line art and stuff in the sketching. But since this character design is so simple, I decided not to use a sketch. But if you do have a character design that's definitely not this simple, then do use a sketch. And then draw. And when you're drawing the line art, make sure to draw each piece of the body on a separate layer. Each body part you want to move separately from each other. Make sure to draw it on a separate layer. After that, so after you're done just drawing all of the separate body parts and stuff, give each body part line art its own folder. And then put the said body part in each folder, and then add a new layer in the folder to color that specific body part in. Yeah, I'm just gonna show a process of me doing this in the video, so I'm just gonna speed up the parts. But I think you know what I mean. Yeah. A thing I personally like doing is adding a halftone shading thing to specific body parts of the character, but you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I just do it because I think it looks cool. So yeah. So after I'm done like coloring in all my layers, I save each individual folder. And then I export them into Alight Motion. So after exporting it all onto Alight Motion, then you add your keyframes. Make sure the keyframes like align with the beat and stuff. I forgot. Once you like export them all in, make sure the pivot point is actually like at where like the layers are, because that's very important for like the pivot points to like be where they're supposed to be. So after moving all the pivot points to correct places and adding all of your keyframes, you then start actually moving the certain object to the beat and stuff. Yeah. Keep sure to like actually make the keyframes like be on the beat and stuff and not off sync. Yeah, make sure not to do that. So once you're done like adding all of the keyframes, now it's time to actually animate it. So when the beat like starts, like make the body part go down, like as a head bob or something, and in the middle of between the two beats, make it go back to the default position it was in before. And like do this with every single keyframe. Now this is my favorite part, the graphs. Basically, graphs are like easing and stuff. Personally, what I like to do is that I go to like the graphs and I do like the ease in and ease out, but I make the ease out like even bigger than the ease in, because I don't know, I like that effect. And the trick like I do is that like I copy the curve and I paste it to all the other keyframes, and it's like so helpful. Oh my god. Yeah, so that's what I basically do for like each movement and stuff. So once you're done with it like going up and down and the movement and the placement, now it's time for the actual like rotating. Rotating is basically like the angle where it's at. So basically add it to all of your previous moving frames and stuff. It's basically like the same thing, except now instead of actually moving, it's rotating. Like, instead of the placement, it's just the rotating and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, a cool thing I like doing is that for the keyframes, the graphs I use are the opposite of the graphs I use for the movement and placement. So a huge ease in with a small ease out. I don't know, I just like the effect it gives off. I don't know. Okay, so after you're done, I like adding the effect Scale Assist. Basically what Scale Assist does is that makes it squishy, it makes it jump up and down. It's a really helpful trick and it makes it look more bouncy and stuff. And add all of the keyframes to scale, so the keyframes where it moved and rotated. And yeah, that's basically the end of the tutorial. If you want to see more tutorials on how I animate or add effects in the backgrounds and stuff, please leave your comments below. I hope this was helpful. I'm sorry if this video was bad. This is my first time making a video like this. Apologies if it comes out I'm sorry if this seems unprofessional or bad. Sorry. Yeah, bye.